Hungry for sensible discussion regarding issues that affect human lives? Thirsty for sensible and deep thought-provoking ideas regarding common questions and concerns in our daily living? Tired of hearing people talk, yet most of the verbal output just uphold the fallacies and pretensions? Well, it's time to join us and sharpen your thoughts by making it creative and reasonable through the presentation, dissection, and detailing of the issues we will be tackling every time we talk. This is your host, Rose Gonzaga Jr., known to the academic community as Sir Nhoie. And this is your new logical dining saloon online called Nhoie Talks. If you feel you learned and have been inspired by our talk pieces, place your comments in our YouTube account or in our FB Access account. Please don't forget to share with others so that they will also hear this new talk vlogging program online. So it's time to talk. Join me in Nhoie Talks! Are you one of those God-fearing humans who always make prayer an action of faith? Well, congratulations! You are being a good Christian. However, where does prayer start? And where does it end? If you prayed for something, do you have a responsibility to accept the answers to your prayers? This is Sir Nhoie, and you are watching Nhoie Talks. Here, we do online sharing of sensible thoughts in correcting present fallacies in life. We pray because something triggered us, and we know that we cannot do it ourselves. So we ask God for help. Then God answers the prayers, and the person praying will be able to receive the answers to the prayer he or she has made. Well, this is the simple physiology of prayer. However, systematic presentation of prayers does not make it more challenging than giving an actual situational example, so that we will know the edges of these issue. Today, people are complaining because of extreme heat. Well, we are sporting now heat indexes between 40 to 50 degrees Celsius. If you noticed, if this is the temperature of our body, we are already considered very sick. So people are now doing mass prayers, okay? Prayer chains and prayer meetings for God to send rain. Take note, this is the prayer they're making for rains to come. Now let us have a little rewind. Some few months back, isn't it that we are saddened and remorse by the news because floods are uncontrollable in some areas of our country and even in the other countries? That is because we are facing the weather phenomenon called La Nina then, which is characterized by heavier rains even in the season which is supposed to have no rain. Well, God heard the people and they are praying for sunlight, heat, and greater sun rays to prevent flooding and other water-related emergencies such as tsunamis and tidal waves. Well, God answered that, and with what we are having now, heat and sunlight at times are very, very hard situation to undergo. Heat and sunlight at times, in its extreme version, can be very painful to human skin. Well, we fervently prayed for fast and greater tendency of dry and heat season. Now that we have it, and we discover that it is also deadly, so our prayer before also became our responsibility in the present. And we cannot complain because we prayed for this. So, let us be careful of what we are praying for. During the time when when there is great rains, we prayed for heat so that it will stop. Now that our answered prayers of heat is already within us, we are also complaining now of very, very hot temperature. So our prayer before also become a responsibility in the present, and we cannot complain because we prayed for this. Fast forward to the present day, that is today. We are met with great heat waves sunlight is too much, and we are measuring temperatures at 40 to 50 degrees Celsius, of which the normal livable temperature should have been between 20 and 30 degrees only. Now the question is, what do we do? Well, as devoted Christians, we will pray for astounding coldness and rain to overcome the present condition. Again, we will pray. Be careful. Okay? If we are asking for great rains to solve our problems now, what if it will also result to floods and other water-related catastrophe like typhoon and tidal waves? This is now where we need to buckle up the point. We are driving in this edition of Nhoie Talks. We are not saying that prayer is bad. What we are trying to say is, be careful what you are praying for. Because things and favors in life will always have two sides for us to receive and be responsible with. The good or the beneficial side is one, and the bad or the catastrophic side is the other one. Today, let us not pray just for the sake of praying because it is a Christian habit or a requirement for our religious belief or security. Let us understand first what we will be asking from God and then pray for it and be responsible for the results. Again, be responsible for the results. Okay? Why? Because that will be allowed and granted to us. We're talking about the results. So when you pray and then your prayers are answered, the result is there. You have to accept it because at times it goes beyond what we need, but we ask for it. There is no limit to the frequency of prayer, but there is also the corresponding equal responsibility to accept the results of what we have prayed for. A good analogy here is, a sick person with bacterial illness cannot just be cured with infusing a lot of unmeasured antibiotic and multiple antibiotic infusion. Well, that will create more harm than good. We need to know what bacteria is present there and attack it correctly. Often, we need to know what we are looking for and aiming for before we will take the first step towards aiming for it, which is prayer. So, we are now in the scorching heat season. We need help from God and we need to pray. But this time, let us analyze what is our need and ask for what we need to address and take responsibility for the answers to our prayers. Do not ask for more. Do not ask for things you may regret later on. Remember, it's not enough just to say, "Send rain, Lord, and conquer this heat with great rains." If your prayer will be answered, the next problem will be flood and landslide. Let us close this ideation sharing with a biblical note found in Matthew 7:7, and it says, "Ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will be opened unto you." Yes, fellow talksters, the Bible promised that we can always have what we are asking for from the great Lord of hosts. But let us also remember to be responsible with the things we ask. And let us not hide from the responsibility of accepting the answers to our prayers. Again, this is Sir Nhoie, and this is your online sensible anti-fallacy discussion, Nhoie Talks. See you again when we have another issue or topic to talk with. Another issue have been clarified here in our favorite Logic Dining Saloon online called Nhoie Talks. I hope to talk with you again in our next issues. To be connected with us, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell sign when you will access us in YouTube so that you will be informed if there are new uploads available. This is Sir Nhoie, and it has been a pleasure to talk with you. Now, we have erased some fallacies in life and we have lessened the twisting realities that we are facing. See you in our next logical dining and talk here in Nhoie Talks.